Millions of individuals waste a small fortune on magnesium supplements annually, but countless ones totally forget the most effective natural sources of magnesium right in their own refrigerator. These common foods are not only much safer, but they cost significantly less than depending on capsules. Our bodies require between 310 to 420 milligrams of magnesium per Dalton Y, depending on sex. And while supplements do work, wouldn't it be smarter to find a sustainable natural solution instead of depending on capsules forever? That's exactly what we're covering today. In this video, I'll reveal the top magnesium-rich foods that can fuel your energy, protect your heart, and keep your body strong, especially after age 50. This method is not just safe but also cost-effective for maintaining long-term health. And as an added bonus, I will also provide you with a free resource package, a full food list, in addition to meal plan samples that will have you naturally achieving 500 milligrams of magnesium every day without laying hands on a single supplement. So bear with me until the end, because this info can really revolutionize the way you think about your diet. But let's get back to the question. Why should you care about magnesium? This mineral is a silent giant participating in over 300 biochemical processes within your body. It is responsible for the energy your cells generate, the beat of your heart, and even how your brain operates. When magnesium is low, the symptoms are literally impossible to miss. Persistent fatigue, despite a whole night's sleep. Leg cramps that rouse you in the dead of night. Forgetfulness, skipped beats in the heart, increasing blood pressure, and light fitful sleep. Conversely, when your magnesium levels are maximized, the contrast is astounding. You feel refreshed, energized, and ready to tackle the day without constantly feeling depleted. But here is the catch. Over the age of 50, your body's capacity to absorb magnesium collapses. Stress, constant use of coffee, certain drugs, and the age-related alterations of digestion all disrupt absorption. That is why nutrition professionals recommend that people over the age of 50 take 500 to 600 milligrams daily rather than the usual 400 milligrams. And here is what few people know. Even magnesium in food does not always make it into your body. Two key factors dictate this. 1. Serving size. Nutrition labels might read high amounts per 100 grams, but how much of the food do you really consume in one sitting? 2. 3. Anti-nutrients. Chemicals such as oxalates and phytates that occur naturally in plants can inhibit 25 to 60% of magnesium uptake. 4. Rapid-fire question before we get started. Do you get your nutrients from food or supplements? If food is your answer, type 1 in the comments. If supplements are your answer, type 2. I'd love to know where you are at. Okay, let's get to the magnesium-rich foods list. And we're starting off with a surprise one, leafy greens. Spinach has 79 milligrams of magnesium per 100 grams, while bok choy gives about 81 milligrams. Sounds impressive, right? But here's the catch. A typical salad plate only weighs about 30 grams. And to make it worse, these greens contain high levels of oxalates, which cut absorption by nearly half. In reality, you're only getting about 12 milligrams of usable magnesium from that plate. Greens are still fantastic for overall health, but they're not your best bet for magnesium. Next up, fruits and berries. Blackberries and wild berries provide around 20 to 22 milligrams per 100 grams. Bananas give 27 milligrams, and creamy avocados contain about 29 milligrams. Great additions to your diet. But as you'll see, the real magnesium powerhouses are still ahead. The greatest thing about fruits is that they don't have anti-nutrients. So when you consume 100 grams of berries, you end up absorbing the entire amount of magnesium mentioned. If you want to lose weight, eat berries over bananas. Berries are much lower in carbs and won't raise your blood sugar. Now, let's discuss non-starchy vegetables. While broccoli, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts aren't exactly the most appetizing foods, they're surprisingly rich in magnesium. Broccoli provides 21 milligrams for every 100 grams, cauliflower 15 milligrams, and Brussels sprouts 23 milligrams. The actual bonus here is that they're not very high in anti-nutrients, only about 10%. That translates to you getting more usable magnesium per serving. Combine them with lean proteins, and you have a perfectly balanced, nutrient-dense meal. If you are still watching this far, leave a 3 in the comments so I know you are benefiting from this. Now comes a surprise. Dairy products, cheese, milk, and yogurt are not only sources of calcium, they are highly concentrated in magnesium as well. Cheese contains 28 milligrams in 100 grams, whereas milk and yogurt contain approximately 24 milligrams. As they are animal products, they have absolutely no anti-nutrients in them. So you get to absorb all the magnesium. An ounce of cheese alone contributes 8 milligrams, and a glass of milk can contribute as much as 48 milligrams. That is a huge bonus for bone and joint health after 50. And now whole grains. Oats, whole wheat bread, brown rice, and buckwheat all carry good quantities of magnesium. Oats up to 125 milligrams per 100 grams. But there is a catch. Grains also contain anti-nutrients that can interfere with up to half of that absorption. So in real portions, you're only getting about 15 to 40 milligrams. Plus, modern wheat often contains gluten and glyphosate, which may cause inflammation in sensitive people. Now here's some good news for chocolate lovers. Dark chocolate is a magnesium superstar. Pure cocoa powder has up to 500 milligrams per 100 grams, and dark chocolate gives 228 milligrams. Despite anti-nutrients lowering absorption, 1 teaspoon of cocoa or 1 ounce of dark chocolate with 85% cacao still packs a strong magnesium punch. Always select high cocoa chocolate to reap the rewards without excess sugar. Legumes are in second place. Lentils, black beans, and chickpeas contain 36 to 115 milligrams of magnesium per 100 grams, but similar to grains, they contain significant amounts of anti-nutrients, sometimes reaching 50%. The good news is that soaking beans overnight and cooking them degrades most of those substances, allowing magnesium to be absorbed much more easily. If made properly, just 1 serving of beans can provide 22 to 69 milligrams or even higher. Fish is another great source. Salmon, sardines, halibut, and particularly mackerel are all rich in magnesium. And since fish has no anti-nutrients, you digest 100% of it. Depending on the serving size, you'll receive 38 to 90 milligrams, with mackerel being the obvious winner. In addition, fish contain omega-3 fatty acids, which are amazing for your brain and heart health. And then there are nuts. Walnuts, almonds, cashews, and Brazil nuts are among the richest magnesium foods available on Earth. Almonds contain 270 milligrams in every 100 grams. Cashews, 292 milligrams, and Brazil nuts, a whopping 376 milligrams. Despite containing some anti-nutrients, they still pack a mighty magnesium punch your body can utilize. Despite having some anti-nutrients, a single 1-ounce serving of nuts still provides you with 31 to 73 milligrams of magnesium. Now here's something you should bear in mind. Almonds and Brazil nuts can induce allergy if consumed in excess quantity. Too much exposure to the same food may at times render your body sensitive to it. Cashews, on the other hand, are delicious, but higher in carbohydrates, so enjoy them in moderation if you're watching your weight. And now we've reached the ultimate magnesium champions, seeds. Chia seeds contain 335 milligrams per 100 grams. Flax seeds have 392 milligrams. Pumpkin seeds deliver 262 milligrams. Sunflower seeds give 325 milligrams, and hemp seeds top the chart with a staggering 700 milligrams. Despite some of it being anti-nutrient content, a small amount of seeds still contains 44 to 91 milligrams of magnesium. 1 tablespoon of hemp seeds alone will give you approximately 91 milligrams. That is almost a quarter of what you need daily. Top them over yogurt, blend them into smoothies, or just consume them raw. But don't be in a hurry to include seeds as part of your diet yet. If this video was of value to you, be sure to like and share it so that others can learn about this valuable information.